Alright, what's up, yo? I'm not sure if you can hear me because it's kind of raining like crazy. But I gotta record a few matches because, you see, it hasn't really been going too good for me in some of Outfields too. But I'm almost done with the event, and like, that's kind of like my bigger focus right now. So I want to do more matches, but I just want to, like, just continue the Battle Log series. I might just record 2-in-1 for that purpose, but I'm not too sure. Because this one's gonna go pretty fast. I don't really like this map, but I do get some good games on it. This one being a rare example of that. He starts with Snowball, which, I mean, there's a lot of openers to this one. I prefer just 2 1 keys for the middle so I can bank, and if they don't do anything, I just bank again for a 7 key. Like a 4 key and a 3 key, you know? But he went for Snowball. So I sent out a 1 key and Jar Cannon. He brings out his cowbell to protect the middle point. He wants his Snowball to go and heal. I send my cowbell to heal, and Jar Cannon takes a hit at cowbell. And then Castle Warrior comes out to try and defend that point right there, along with Razor Mouth. Because hopefully he just sends the Snowball back to heal and doesn't come in and flame us, you know? Luckily that's what he actually did, but he brings out a K9000, sends Cowbell back because he's low. And an Owl, I'm not sure why. It's kind of a weird choice here, especially with my Jar Cannon being back there. It's relatively easy for me to take it out. Get a cheap hit on the K9 and get the 2 points while my cowbell heals, and I can bank the 6 keys one time too. Because this guy's playing pretty slow right now, all things considered. He brings his owl in to do a hit. Jar Cannon finishes the Razor Mouth, which, I guess saw coming. I guess step on with cowbell. Pretty sure he flames my... Oh, he doesn't. I think it would have been really good for him to flame my cassowary. Because if I tried to kill either the cowbell or the snowball, if he flamed my cassowary, I would be pretty tough because of the Jar Cannon, you know. But anyway, I send my Jar Cannon back to take out the cowbell, destroy their owl. My own cowbell goes out there to reinforce them, and Klepto because lobbers are just they're just their own breed of good, you know. Especially since the heart is so close to everything right here, so it's easy to just get extra cheap damage on the heart. Or just straight up hit the heart and get damage on everything else around it. Weirdly enough, he goes for the top one. I guess it's because, Jar Cannon's protecting mid, but was that really the best you could have done, you know? I don't know, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyways, I bring out the shovel as backup, take out the K9 with, my Klepto and the Jar Cannon. And luckily Kaba was in a good position to take that one back. I wasn't my plan, but it just happened to be in a good position right there. He brought out his Gonzo though. Planning to buff someone up here. Keeps his jaw on the stem pad. I'm not too sure why. I'm not 1000% sure what his plan is here. No, these are not like low levels, anything like. Well, yeah, you're alright. 13, 14, 15, 6. I mean, to be fair, I started using my shovel when it was like level 5 and stuff, but right now I have it up to what? Up to 9. I think it's actually up to 10 like currently, but came a long way. I think you can very easily see what I'm going for here. But I don't remember what this guy was going for. What does he want to buff with this Gonzo? The Tooth Fairy? No. What do you want to buff with the Gonzo? I'm assuming he thought I was gonna go for the heart here, which was part of my plan, but If it's just a Gonzo right there, I mean, it's much to my benefit to just take out the Gonzo better and before you can buff anything. And of course, Cupcake on the shuffle, just a demonic combo. I can get a keep him on the hard. Bring out Henrietta just so that Snowball doesn't get on the stem part of my heart and bang for another 3 keys. Brings me to 6. So like I said, I wasn't sure what his plan was, but I guess he was preparing for my heart to get hit, for his heart to get hit, not for his Gonzo. But that's not how it really works. Brings out a Daisy as his last ditch effort kind of thing. And his own shovel comes in, but like the lab on Klepto is just unholy. Check that out. Man. I'm getting how much fire? Like 1,350 damage roughly each turn. Take out their jar cannon and their what's it called? Their truth fairy, and I bring out a Rambolina to kind of protect my Klepto. Plus Rambolina is just a really good 6 key because he can get out into the fight super quickly. That's pretty decent HP for that ability. Anyways, he just goes for the easy ones, the jar cannon and the Henrietta, because I cannot get to my Klepto, which is the biggest threat right here. And I think the way I finished this was kind of silly too. I could do a hit on the Daisy and causes that to happen. Oh wait, I don't know if you saw it. So hit on the Daisy with Klepto. Rambolina does the AoE on the Daisy, which pulls it in to the point. Destroy their shovel with my shovel, and Klepto just stands on the Daisy. That was pretty sweet. I think I can squeeze another one into this video, just for the sake of getting the Adobe. This one, I think I remember it. Let's just speed it up. So I'd like to do this opener. This guy went for Slayer to start with a unicorn and a snowball. A pretty slow start, all things considered, like really slow. So that's like my blessing, right? I take full advantage of that. I always put it here so that I can like red herring and actually send him back here for these points. Recharges in the middle because of Slayer, and it's just a good flyer on this map. The unicorn and Slayer come up. His snowball goes for their point. And he brings it on Noxious to protect this bottom point, which I think is really good. I'm not sure what level it's at, but oh, a little 12, 18, 7, a lot of variety in the level. That's good. Anyways, head down there for that point. Snowball comes in and deals damage to the Slayer. Ray Chargers just terminates it. And I bring out a Miss Muffet because the Noxious is gonna want to AoE poison those guys, so I'll pull it down and just kill it one time. He goes in a snowball. Noxious does what I said he would do and poisons my Ray. Brings out a boom and banks. It's looking pretty sour for me right now. But by taking that out and killing their snowball, I can kinda salvage the situation. But like, just kinda. Snowball, I mean, Razorman goes for that bottom point. Snowball, I'm going crazy. Razorman goes for the bottom point. Jar Cannon comes up top just to be another distraction, and Cupcake as well in case Ray Chargers doesn't survive. Even if they kill Ray Chargers, I can Cupcake the Jar Cannon and that will do a bunch of damage. But I'm pretty sure this guy knows what the real threat is, and that's to pull up the Miss Muffet, so he just goes straight for the kill. But that is my blessing, you see. he comes in with a high 5. I'm assuming because he can wipe them out. Like, I mean, look at this guy. Seeing that? The stats are just not even. And then. And the blue, I almost cut Allen from Gumball. So by a miracle, the Ray Charge will survive, which means he's gonna get Cupcake, of course. That allows him to absolutely annihilate the Unicorn. And Jar Cannon can come on the stim pad, get a nice hit on Noxious, who 532, 600 cannot kill the Jar Cannon. I also sent Droney to threaten for these 2 points, and Finnegan because my idea was that if he came in, I want to get him away. You know, push him back, so that's why I brought out Finnegan here. The Noxious gets a hit on my Razor Mouth and backs off. High 5 backs up into his heart to get ready to deal with these two, or just ward them off in general. Blue shows up, and they bring out their Miss Muffet to once again just ward off from these points. But I'm owning the points right here, so he's kind of suffering from it. Razormouth goes down and gets a hit. Recharges, gets a free hit on high 5 and backs off. Droney goes for the top point. Finnegan comes down. And I send out Rumbleina right there. Just have them right there together, in case they want to push him. And this is where I demolish, right? He does that, but even if he goes for the point, Jarkon is protecting it. I really like Jarkon on this stem pad, or an in-lock. High 5 comes down here. I'm not 100%, I guess, to hard rush me, but it's kind of too early for that. That's the purpose of the fetch too, to just hard rush me. But I mean, it's more in my favor. Ray comes down and just takes the hit from blue. Droney goes for the middle point. Rumbleina goes for the other point here, which I think was a good switch, because if not, Rumbleina would have 100% gotten killed here. Kill their Noxious and hit their Miss Muffet while backing my Finnegan up here in case high 5 pulls up to my heart. And lastly, sending out Murderwing to just threaten their heart and hopefully switch their attention back there. Even if they don't, Maggie comes out to once again be just more damage in this area. And their heart is completely swallowing damage right now. Fetch comes in to take on the Droney. High 5 goes down for the bottom point. Miss Muffet takes out my Jar Cannon, which was a huge nuisance for them. And they send their own Droney from midpoint with a microscopic down there to reclaim that point, but it's a little too late for that. Can't really be playing slow anymore if you decided to hard rush me. So Maggie comes down for the bottom point. Finnegan just goes out for fun. The Murderwing gets a hit on the heart. Morty comes out just to, seal the deal, like really guarantee that he gets blasted. Ray charges on the stem pad to just make the most out of it because he's debuffed. And finally, Rumbleina hit on the heart. Very good control of all the points. Like I took full advantage of how slow they were playing by spreading out my units and stuff. Their biggest mistake was not taking out my recharges in the beginning and instead going for Miss Muffet. But I'm glad they did that. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.